Another Ford Ranger video coming up. This is the 2.3 liter 4-cylinder, 8 plug. We're gonna put new plugs in it, so stay tuned if you got one of these and you need to know how to do it. They also put these motors in a few other Ford vehicles. Welcome back to Hillbilly Fab Shop. Today we're back on my Ford Ranger. I'm gonna put some new plugs in it. This thing sat for the past like 3-4 years. So I'm just having to replace a few things here and there. Hopefully I'm about done replacing things because I put a lot of new parts on it. But these are great little motors. I love this little truck. Good gas saver. But let's get started on this thing. You got to go ahead and start moving a few things out of my way. I got the intake. And also looks like I may have to move this out of my way too as well. The whole entire manifold right there. So I don't know if I can get down in there to get those plugs with that in my way. And also that squirrel's getting in here, and it looks like they've got some squirrel nets down in there that I need to get out. We sprayed all them plugs. Hopefully they'll come out a little easier. Some PB Blaster. I use an extension, one that has the flexible piece on it so you can kind of move it around in here. I really don't like using them. Sometimes they break on you, but I got it to bust the plug loose. I'm going to pull it out of here. Plug's a bit icky. I don't know what all that crap is inside that thread. But hopefully these new ones will do the trick. Hopefully it ain't something else. It's out of there. I'll get a new one in that one. The way I'm doing this, usually some people number them. I'm gonna do them one at a time. So I got that plug out. I'm gonna put it back in with that so I ain't screwing things up because I ain't got any good markers or nothing right now and tape to mark them all at the moment. And I'm just lazy and didn't want to take time to do it. So most time take some duct tape, mark them, number them, whatever you got to do. But I'm gonna do them one at a time. So just how I'm doing them. I don't know if some of y'all do, still do or don't do, but gap your plugs, check the gaps on your plugs, especially if you buy cheap plugs. These Rangers, they call for 0.044. Sorry, it took me a second. 0.044 is the gap for these Ranger plugs, and the old one was sitting around 35. But the new one is just high. It goes all the way up to the 0.9. I meant the let's see, I took it all the way up to about 0.60 with the new ones that I got here. So I'm gonna gap these. I'm not sure how you guys gap yours, but I'll kind of like crimp mine down a little and then kind of start from the back and kind of move it up and slowly pry up just a little until I get it where I need it. And these are supposed to be 0.44, so I think I got them right on the line here. Slide this thing till it stops. I think I got her right on point with this one. I guess I'll know when I fire this baby up, but I don't know. Runs like crap. I think I'm gonna have a fuel pump issue as well. So that'll be the next video. I'm gonna go ahead and put one in it while I'm already working on it, I guess. But let's get this one put in there and then I'll pull out another. I got that one snugged in there. Anybody knows any torque specs with these spark plugs on these 2.3 liters, let me know. I kind of just snug them usually, so hopefully it does the trick on this Ranger. Now I'm gonna move up to this next one right here. I'll get that back one last. They seem to be coming out pretty easy. They feel like they were just snugged in here as well. I'm not a big fan of these. see if I can pull it out without ratchet. Okay. So this is the new one I just pulled out. And it's pretty close to closed. I mean, there ain't much gap there. I'll measure it and see. Sorry, focus ain't the greatest. But that's a pretty close gap. This one is 034. 044 from what I've read is what people's putting them at. So, look like that gap. Pretty tight on it. And the other one, it had a way bigger gap. It was like 060. So, no wonder this thing's been running like crap. Second plug is gapped. Now we're going to throw it back in. And I'll set the plug wire to the side. And now we're going to get it back in there. I'll just hand tighten them in here. It's my extension right now. And then I'll tighten them up. Snug them with my ratchet. Oh man, that thing's... Hopefully that thing's getting snug. Let's see what it's doing. I got to the last plug up front here. About the same gap as the last one. I'll check it in a second. But I found a whole other issue. My coil pack, where the electric sensor bullshit, whatever the thing's called, plugs in, it's cracked. Look at this. A good little crack in it. I'm definitely going to have to fix that. I just put these, I mean they're junkyard ones, but I just put these in here not too long ago. But I guess I'm going to take that one out and put another one in there, I reckon. Might as well. I think this is the closest I've come to the actual gap this is supposed to have, but still off from all the others. Just changing some plugs on the old Danger Ranger here. It's the inline 4 2.3 liter 8 plug. So if you need to know how to do this and you ain't never done it before, please check out the video. It's getting ready to be on our channel, Hillbilly Fab Shop, and please like and subscribe. I believe I got this one gapped. So I got the back one out, and that was a fun one because look how bad this one is. Damn rust setting up. So I know this one wasn't getting any fire. Not a chance in hell. That thing is rusty as a motherfucker. Rusty as hell. Ain't no way that thing was firing. It's rough. Okay. I got that plug busted loose. We're on the other side now. That left side is done. It's the easier side. This side's a little more challenging. I'm on the first plug, and then I'll have 3 more after this. This is an 8 plug. We got this one gapped and put in there. I got my AC pulley off because I thought it was bad originally, and I took it off. It really didn't need to come off, but I haven't put it back on. At least not yet. But anyway, if that was on here, that would probably give you a hell of a time getting to those plugs over there. So just a forewarning, you might need some pieces like this that might move you around if you don't want to take that off. But I'm just updating you. That's off of mine, so I ain't got to worry about it. But I may end up having to take some of this crap out. I'm going to try not to, but I probably will. So we'll see. I had to use my magnet to pull this other plug up out of here. Okay, I'm about to put the last 2 plugs on this old rangy. And it's the fun last 2. They're buried in here. Hopefully I ain't gotta take none of that other shit off there. But I had to go pick up one plug because they shorted me one. My dumbass didn't check my box when I left the store. So start doing that at parts stores. They might short you or put the wrong damn part in there because they hire anybody that don't know shit about cars. Anyway, back to work. We also gotta replace the ignition coil. Now it's got a dumbass crack in it. Take up off here. You see that little tiny crack right there? Ridiculous. I'm gonna get these last 2 plugs in, then we'll mess with that. Then we'll fire the old girl up. Okay. So you're gonna have to take this throttle body off here. Intake. You got 4 10mm bolts that go on this, and then you got a little 8mm that you gotta screw out of this so you can loosen your cable. This little 8mm right here, and that back 4th bolt's a pain in the butt, so make sure you got a wrench, a little 10mm like this, so you can get back over in there pretty good. I'm slowly getting this thing to run, pull it over out of the way and get them last 2 plugs. Ford sure made it a pain in the ass to get those last 2. Alright, so we got some space in there now. I think I can get down there and get them last little bit. Them last 2. Pretty dirty down there. I got squirrel nuts and everything. I don't know if you can see them. I'll pull them up out of there. That's the little squirrel nut that's down in there, and that back plug. Finally got it out. Getting a little toasted in there. So if you're changing plugs on these 4-cylinder 2.3 Ford Rangers, you can fit a setup like this. It takes a 5/8 for the spark plug, and you can fit it down in this 1, 2, 3rd plug back on the driver's side. Is very difficult, but if you put the extension and everything without the ratchet on there first, and then get your ratchet down in there and get it clipped in, and then take the pipe from your jack for leverage to pry that thing and pop it loose, and then take your extension off, stick it back down in there, and twist it the rest of the way out. That's what I'm getting ready to do. If I had my stuff ready to get set up out here, I'd been able to film it all as I was doing it, but hopefully y'all understood what I said. I'll show you as I get ready to take this plug out. So you can set it down in there on the plug, and then take your ratchet and you can place it down on top of it and get it snapped in there. And then when it's in there, take your pipe from your jack and use it to pry it down and pop that sucker loose. So this one's pretty dry too, if my phone will ever focus. iPhones are the best though. Nice. Alright, so this is the plug that I finally pulled out. This thing's dry as can be, so it totally wasn't getting any fire. So that means out of 4 cylinders, I was getting fire on 2 cylinders, and this little old Ranger kept on trucking, because I've been driving it pretty steady the past few weeks since I got it back up and going with the other issues I was fixing. But yeah, so that's not good. New plug's gapped, and get ready to go in there. Now to get the plug back down in there, put it down there single-handedly, and then take your extension to tighten it on, and then we'll tighten it up with the ratchet. So I made quite the extension to get this last back plug out, but anyway, take your first set of extensions down there to put the plug in, get it turned in. So I made a redneck extension that's long as hell to come up here to pop this plug loose. Take your first little part of the extension down there first to find the plug and get it in there, and then start connecting as you come up. And this is what I got. So I'm gonna use my pipe from my jack And we're gonna hopefully get this thing to pop loose. Let's use this end. There it goes. Finally got that back plug out. It was surprisingly getting fire. It's a little wet. So let's get the new one in and wrap these damn plugs up and get on that ignition coil and start this bitch up. This is my mile-long extension I have to use on that fourth plug in the back on the driver's side. So just so I know, get you a long extension out. But honestly, the hardest one is the third plug right here on the driver's side that's down in this mess that this is all in the way of. That's the hardest one. Left side's easy as hell to change. Right side, pain in the ass. So y'all know. We ran into a problem. My plug wire broke completely out and it's corroded like hell in there. So I'm sure the other ones look like that. So guess I'm just gonna go ahead and get a whole new set of plug wires to throw on here. Why not? While I'm at it, I'm gonna go ahead and throw me some Lucas upper cylinder lubricant. Tune up in a bottle, as it's called. I'm gonna pour this in a tank, and hopefully this also help clear things up once I get her back going. Ignition wire time. Got a set because they were falling apart on me. So figure I'll throw some new ones on this thing. So we're gonna play match the plug wire with the plug wire. I do believe that this one matches pretty well with that one. So we'll keep doing it and figure it out, I guess. So. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull one off and kind of match them up. Beginning, I have to get me the right damn plugs. I guess I'll make anything work with it. Hell, you ain't messing up any of them. I'll do these shorter ones. One here, one here. It's about the closest ones. I have to say. We'll wing them as we go, I guess. But I don't know why I'm putting them on this one, because now I'm going to have to take this whole distributor off. I'm a dumbass sometimes, but whatever. I mean, well. I'm gonna take that distributor off in a minute, but I'm at least gonna go ahead and get all the plugs in the right places and make sure they all reach and, you know, stuff like that. So go ahead and do that. one's on the long some bitches. Some probably for that back one. Close enough. Let's toss the other one. Here. I really gotta get this shit off my brother. Match these ones up. See, they're just so, it's kind of off. Whatever. Do the same job. I believe I about got all of these where they need to go. Fucker. Really? Yeah, I get the ones that are pain in the butt sometime. Fucking. Damn it. This is the extra short one right here. Leave that in there. I only got them partially in because I'm taking this ignition coil out. This real short one has to be this one. So, there. But that one has to be it. Yeah, inside this coil pack looks like crap. Here's those fucking four. The other side will be tricky. So it would be great if you know, manufacturers would quit putting so many different size damn bolts and stuff on these cars. I mean, this is a 7mm on these damn ignition coils. That's a stupid ass size. Like, I'm telling you. Just make stuff harder on you on purpose, so you gotta take it to a shop. That's why so many people get tired of stuff and it sits in their yards and they just go get a new car. Let's get another extension for this thing. I make my 3-mile extension so I gotta move so much crap out of my way all the time. Fucking screws out. Really, bitch? Nope. Definitely better not lose any bolts while I'm changing this crap. So I'm pulling them out for this one. So my new part did not come with the hardware, so do not lose your hardware if you're changing these ignition coils on any 90 model Ranger. That's a 2.3. This thing ain't not even in there. What the hell happened? Brand new, nice and shiny. Nice and shiny, like my honey. Alright, let's get this stuff finished. This is gonna be right. Here's my dumbass, need to make sure. wrong one for a second, so pay attention which way your stuff's pointed. All right, so I don't really know, but look, it's got all bent and cracked. That's why I took this one out. But you see, it's pretty loose in there. So I'm not sure if it really mess anything up, because it looks like the wire and stuff is still running over to it, but better safe than sorry, for sure. I'm telling you, I'm a shit creek survivor for sure all the time, so I try to be a little more prepared these days now. Over tight. I'm gonna crack these. I hope my wiring's all right in here, because Hope it's all right. Now let's get these other wires on this other paint. This side over here is the pain in the butt side. So. Give me a rag. All right. Let's do. This one's got all this whole line together bullshit. Great. Understand why these things like to fight me. Really? Holy hell. It's the broke one. It no longer has a damn piece. This is really a pain in the butt. It's this one. Okay. I'll just do it that way because I'm gonna get a pain in my ass. Right. So that it's in. I think that could be the one. So I'm saving this real long one for the back. This is a semi-short. These two are like the same size. So we're gonna put this one in here. And hopefully I ain't gotta buy another ignition coil because I only got one. But here's that one back there. And this long piece of shit is the back one. It's right here. This one's the back organ, which should match up fine with this one. I'm doing this the most redneckest way possible, I guess, but whatever, because it should work. Country boy can survive, you know. So, I hate this back one. It's just a pain in the ass to find. But it was easier to get the plug out than the middle plug right here. This middle plug right here was a pain in the ass. Damn it. slippery ass shit that I'm working into. As always something. These two are like the same size, so this don't really matter. I just gotta find the make sure they're the right plugs going to the right plugs. Find where this one runs down to that one. I think I should be able to pull this mess out of here now. If I can just all these old plugs up. Alrighty. Now I'm gonna check all the new ones, make sure they're good and tight. Put this back on here. Wherever they had it. It popped in there. I gotta go back to messing with them. Let's see this middle one. That one. That one not slid all down there. Hopefully the rest of them are. Damn, I hope that's everything. I will tell you over here on this throttle body, it's best to thread these bottom two bolts in with your hand all the way. And then tighten them because they're a pain in the butt to get to. I'm just piecing this thing back together, get everything bolted back up, and then we're gonna fire her up and hope that to the good Lord that she's running the way I need her to run. All the plug wires out, and everything's in here. Tons of new parts on this thing now, so let's hope everything goes good when I fire her up. So far we're good, I think. I ain't took it down the road yet, but She's sounding a lot better. She started right up, no spit and sputtering. Sounds good. I don't think it started that smooth ever. Or ran this smooth ever. Oh, it's alive and it sounds better than it ever has. Oh, she sounds so pretty now. New plugs, new ignition coils, thermostat housing, tensioner pulley, new belt, and plug wires, new plugs. She's sounding good now. I don't think this Danger Ranger's ever had any power like this since I've had it. She's running good. No Danger Ranger back in action. Let's hope it just stays that way. I'm gonna hope for the best. We'll keep her nice and lubed up, and then I got some more stuff later on I'm gonna do to a rear main seal, a valve cover gasket, probably go ahead and throw a new fuel pump and fuel filter in it, and maybe a couple other things. But thank y'all for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. I got some other projects coming up soon.